There's no sense in waiting. All right. I suppose this is the start of our session 17. Emily should be with us in a bit. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Wyndburgh. As per usual, I am your host, Commander Rod, and you're watching 140.85 Radio Outer Heaven, bringing you the best content south of the equator. I am joined once again by admittedly less people than I was hoping for, but I'm joined by Rowan. Say hello, Rowan.
Hello, everyone.
And I'm also joined by John. Say hello, John.
Hello there. I'm reprising my role as Sif.
Save. I love the pronunciation on the name. It makes me happy. We were expecting Saltbrook Czar to be here with us, but unfortunately, it seems like that's not gonna happen. I guess he must have been he must be busy on something else. We're not 100% sure where he's at, but I'm sure he's busy with something important.
Or he's just experiencing technical difficulties, which we're all having today.
100%.
Beyond.
Yeah, it could also be that. Could also be that, maybe his internet's not working properly. It's perfectly fine. Emily will join us in a bit, but to recap what happened last session, we had the party reach the Golden Palace, which is over here in the Kingdom of Sylvania, and Kira was left behind. She made the valiant decision to join the monks of Sylvania. Give it a shot, see if she can see if it'll work for her. And the last thing we did was the players were given horses. Gimnir, Judd, Seven, and Saltbrook were given horses by Dart, the Grandmaster of the monks, in order for them to head over to Flint Rock, which is where Ithilden is waiting for Saltbrook, specifically, to go meet her. I suppose I will be playing... Oh, and Emily's here. Hi, Emily.
Hello.
How's it going, sweetheart? Good to have you here.
Good.
I suppose I'll play Saltbrook and Judd. But, Gimnir and Seven, you spent the night on the road, trying to find a way downstream towards the borders of the Kingdom of Sylvania. Exiting from the temple directly south, there was a river known as the River Cerbrin, a river that goes on for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. This is the kind of river that cuts through the entirety of the Sword Coast. It eventually becomes the Desserin River. It connects to the Desserin River and becomes the Desserin River, and then goes on all the way down to Waterdeep. You approach from the north. You approach the Wall of Sylvanas, a massive structure built essentially on petrified wood, trees that are hundreds of feet up in the air. And as you reach the foot of this massive wall that follows all the way through the border of the Kingdom of Sylvania, you notice that there is a series of intricate elevators and ladders and stairwells and staircases that go from the bottom of this massive wall all the way up towards the sky. You see clouds essentially as high as the top of this massive wall.
Are we allowed to pass through the gates freely?
Currently standing here, you are on the western shore of the Cerberin River, and if you follow the river with your eyes down more towards the east, you see that there is what is essentially a culvert, a well-defended and heavily armored culvert, where one could pass by walking along its edges. There are small cobblestone and marble pathways that allow you to walk through. There are guards standing in their posts at those positions.
But we have clearance to move through the space. Yes?
As far as you understand, yes, you are part of the delegation of Mochi.
Mm-hmm.
You are known across these lands.
Okay. Sev will say, I believe these are friends, and will hold up a tentacle underneath his like cloak and just wave the cloak as they approach. As we approach. No,
Okay.
rather.
Saltbrook looks at you and gives a light chuckle. He takes his hat off and essentially waves the hat as well, mimicking you. Sort of an olive branch between the two of you. And he looks at you and asks, would you like me to do the talking, or do you want to go give it a shot?
I do not know if I need to say much, no? I just have to wave and smile. The good guys are on this side, right?
As
No way. It's like I was always taught.
as he says this, Gimnir Saltbrook looks over at you and says, do you have any other ideas apart from that?
Honestly, and he kind of looks down at the map. It is noticeably upside down. I don't even know if we're going in the right direction.
Love that. Okay. Judd, upon seeing this interaction, says, yeah, man, perfect idea. Here, check this out. And he picks up Eggson and puts it over his shoulders, while sitting on his shoulders. And this is all on top of horses, mind you. He just puts Eggson up on his shoulders and tells the kid, go on, give him a wave. And Eggson puts both of his hands up, these tiny little arms, and starts waving them as fast as possible. He looks almost distressed.
I think you have to support your kid a bit more than that.
What, like sending him to college?
Sev will nod his head at the group and kick on his horse to move a little bit faster. And he will approach and tell the guards that they have need to pass through the gate, and that we are with the Council of Mochi, or the what's our official title, team?
You are known as the Wyndburgh Wardens.
We are the Wyndburgh Wardens. And Sev will say this with like a question mark as he looks back to make sure he pronounced that right. We are the Wyndburgh Wardens. We are passing through this place.
Oh,
And then also good day, and the smile and wave, and then he will smile and wave.
One of the elves wearing they're wearing these beautiful, well adorned, silvery plate armors with these long partisan spears on one of their hands, and from these spears you see this green and silver drape of cloth that has a clear design of a massive tree on it. And as the lead elf looks at you, Sev, he almost he almost bends over a little bit to try and see underneath your cloak, and then he looks behind you and sees the others and says, "More of you arrived to these lands, yet only 4 of you leave. What of the others?"
They travel by magic.
Traveled by magic, you say?
Mm-hmm.
What sort of magic?
Some of them also just had things to do. So we parted ways for a bit.
Right. Where are you headed?
East. For the family. Sev immediately starts panicking. He doesn't know how to tell him where exactly he's going because he doesn't know.
We're going to Flint Rock.
Right. So, southwest. And he uses his spear to like point towards the direction you're supposed to go. Like it's the complete opposite direction of where you were talking about, Seb.
I will say, which way to is the safest for us to travel? By horseback?
Well, given that you're not elves, the safest way for you to travel towards Flint Rock would be north of the Evermoors, pass through Silvery Moon, and then south of Settlestone, then on your way towards Morbrin's Shield. That'll be the last place you'll stop. Then after that, you have 2 choices. You can either ford the River Cerbrin or cross the bog of the Evermoors. It's up to you. Should take you about 4 days.
I think I'd like to avoid a bog. That does not come out of fur easily.
Dogs are very nice. Good for the skin.
Judd immediately says, "What about reptile skin? Is it good?"
Yes.
Gonna have to put some of that in a bottle. Sell it. 50 gold a pop. Saltbrook looks over at you, Gimnir, and says, "I would also like to avoid a bog. I can fly, but this horse can't." And he gives the horse a couple of pats. And the name of the horse, I forgot the name of the horse. Hold on. Scrungo. There it is.
We nod to the guard here and wait for safe passage, and thank them for giving us directions.
They bow back to you, and you watch as this metal culvert, this portcullis, begins to open, and above you you hear the sounds of impossibly large gears, yet you can't see them. It seems like this sound is coming from inside this massive wall. And as it begins to, this portcullis begins to open, you notice that the seam of the holes where the metal poles of this portcullis goes into underneath the water were so watertight that as soon as they begin to go up, the river itself almost seems to dry up a little bit because they fill in those holes. And a few moments later, the river begins to assume its normal appearance before. And from outside, from below the river, you see this elven frigate begin to make its way up the river using these paddles that are powered by this magic energy, very similar to the airship that Mochi utilizes. And you watch as this frigate very slowly but very surely makes its way up the river. And it's a sight to behold, because the river itself, the Cerbrin River, is not extremely fast. This is not a white water rafting sort of situation, but it is a strong river. And this ship is just so very smoothly just gliding across the surface of the water, making no waves, no ripples whatsoever. It's almost as if it's not even there, or as if it's part of the river itself. After this frigate passes by, the main guard points his spear down towards the gate and says, "You are now free to leave, my friends. Be careful on the road. Keep your nose out of trouble."
Oh, one can only hope that we can stay out of trouble. Trouble seems to find us.
Well, for your sake, I would say try to stay away from it. The strange folk abroad. And before you go through 7, this guard hands you a small flyer, essentially, with it seems very fresh. The ink is almost the pressed ink is almost still fresh enough that it can be smudged with a finger. And on the flyer it reads reallocation of Federation citizens on it. Demilitarized zone to be formed within 2 weeks.
Nice. I will blow on it so that it dries.
Put inspiration on your page for that one. It's silly, but I like it. Okay. As you follow down river, here's a question. Would you like to follow the Wall of Sylvanas to the west, which will take you towards Silvery Moon, around this area here? Or would you like to take the road east around Citadel Felbar and then come around?
I think we follow the path that they told us to follow.
Okay.
Which says cut around it to the north.
No, right. What I mean is, what he was talking about before is you would get to Silvery Moon right here, and then you would take this area around the Evermoors in order to arrive at Flint Rock.
Okay.
Avoids the bog.
Yeah.
We'll just follow the mountain range. That's fine. Going west.
Is that what you prefer, Gimnir?
Yeah, whichever one avoids the bog.
The bog is over here, like over in this area.
My survival should be able to get us through this spot.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. The terrain here is not as well trodden as towards Citadel Felbar. There are less travelers that come around this area. In fact, this area doesn't really see many travelers due to the to how easy it is to move by utilizing Federation roads. After a few hours, you arrive around this corner here, and you're able to see down to the south. You see a moving mass of people. We're talking several thousands of people. All of them moving to the west.
Probably displaced people. Seb will say there's probably it's probably good if we join the pack.
You would like
if
to?
They're all...
Okay. Gimnir, what are your thoughts?
I personally think that we should.
Say it again. I couldn't hear that.
I guess
I think
we're not.
we should keep moving.
Are they walking on the same path?
You see family groups here and there, essentially taking the same path. It seems like people that know each other are taking similar paths in order to leave this area.
Okay.
But there seem to be several different groups of people walking here and there. Some more rich, some poorer, some consisting of families, others of just young people, peoples of all different species and ancestries.
Sev would like to, if they're walking on that same path, ride the horses up and sort of like kind of cut through the crowd a little bit with the horses and just sort of pick up kind of the general tone of everybody's disposition as they move through this space. Okay. Right? Because they're being relocated, right? I want to know their general attitudes towards it.
Okay. Sev, give me a perception check, please.
That's a dirty 12.
Okay, a dirty 12 is fine. Sev, as you sort of join this pack of people moving west, you hear a lot of talk about. You hear certain people murmuring about, all we have to do is go on south and find the Great Road. From there it'll be easy goings until we get to Federation territory. You can... There's a general anger at what's happening, but there is also a level of confidence that if this is what the Federation is telling them to do, then they're not too worried about it. They are displeased, for sure, but, you know, they're essentially saying, well, what can you do? You know, the Federation is telling us to do it. We trust the Federation.
Okay.
You also hear a few grumblings about... when you look around, you don't see a lot of people on horses. In fact, you may see the odd carriage here and there, but these are cargo carriages or family carriages. A single person on a horse is something that you're not seeing at all here. And yet, here are 4 of you.
I would like to... can I basically use my like divine sense rather like thing and make sure that there's no one in the crowd that I'm looking for?
Okay, you use your let's call it a biosense.
Biosense, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me another. Give me a nature check for that. Actually.
Nature check.
A very instinctual kind of thing.
16. Advantage on nature checks.
Okay. Sev, as you close your eyes and you try to feel your environment, you feel whatever few hairs you may have on your body just stand up. And you feel your endoskeleton almost hum with your surroundings. And you wait for some sort of resonance. You wait for something to hum back. And in your general area, you don't really feel that. You do, however, feel a very faint hum, very, very far away. You sense something over to the east, once again, giving you this general area. And you also sense something weird, something that you can't explain, something that wasn't there the last time you tried to sense it. And it is in this area, right here, to your west.
Okay, I'll alert the party that I am sensing something bizarre from the mountainous region off in the distance, and just let them know that when we get there, I'll keep my eye on it. But there's something over there.
Okay. Saltbrook looks over at you and then looks over at the distance and asks a nearby person and says, "You there, sir? What cardinal direction is that?" And this old man, with this bespectacled old man, just says, "Oh, that's west, lad. We're headed west."
Well, I'm glad they know which direction they're moving.
Well, you guys didn't.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Okay. Would you like to... So here is your first sort of break on the road, I would say. As you approach deeper south with this band of people, you begin to see that there is an even larger mass of people. And they all seem to be headed west as well. But as you approach, the terrain here becomes much easier. And instead of the muffled sounds of horse hooves hitting grass or mud, you begin to hear the more brittle sound of hooves hitting cobblestone. You are on a massive road, essentially, I want to say 20 yards across. And this road seems to continue all the way down into the Evermoors, which is the bog.
We'll go around we'll go northbound. We'll break away from the pack and follow the original path that we had set out to do.
Okay.
Seb would like to investigate the energy reading that he's feeling at Long Saddle along the way.
All right, sounds good. Gimnir, any thoughts?
If there is something weird, we should probably check it out. I don't want any danger to come to these people.
Okay. As you begin to break off from the pack, a lot of people seem to stare at you. They're more, concerned at the fact that you're not taking the road than the fact that, you're on horses to begin with. And you hear an old man say, "Look at that. Rich bastards thinking they're all better than us."
Sev will turn and his face will sort of distort under his cloak. Can I roll an intimidation?
Yeah.
14.
So you're trying to scare this guy on the way out?
Yeah, don't mess with people that are stronger than you.
Yeah, Sev, go intimidate some poor people. What a hero.
Listen, Sev is new to the whole
that's fair. That's
how
fair.
people are supposed to work with each other, right? If they're
Right.
friends, he's friends. If they're not,
He's yeah. If they're not, he's scary. Sev, your face distorts, and I want to say you grow like an extra pair of mandibles, and you just but kind of quietly at this guy, and you see this dude just turn pale for a moment, and he just turns around and keeps walking. He just hurries his pace a little bit.
Sev is embarrassed and closes his drawstrings on his cloak so it hides his face. He did not mean to let that slip.
Nice. As you break off from this main group, the environment begins to shift. It goes from this more more forested area to the north of Silvery Moon, and it becomes more of this open plain. There is a river that you can follow, And as you continue your way to the west, around the Evermoors, you see a keep made of stone on top of a crag, and it overlooks the road that you're on right now, this more common, more medieval road known as Ravin Road. And it's just off in the distance, essentially overlooking this road. Do you continue to the west?
This is not the place that is the long saddle. We're like halfway through, right? Closer to Mithra Hall.
You guys are what am I doing? I can just use the party. There we go. This is where you guys are at right now.
Yeah, we'll continue. We'll continue.
Okay.
We're traveling light today. We don't have to make pit stops.
As you continue more, you see far up to the north there are mountains that they're not particularly large in width. They're very tall. They're peaks. They're very thin peaks. And you see gleaming in the distance what look like spires made of jewels and polished stone.
Sev will write this down that place looks cool and continue forward.
Okay.
Gibney's gonna ride up next to Sev and be like, so, any other weird feelings?
Has the long saddle anomaly moved?
The long saddle anomaly has not moved. You just feel a stronger... The presence is stronger there.
Okay. I convey this information. It has not moved. It is growing stronger as we approach.
We should probably get there quick. To think that something could happen to the people that did displace them, so it's kind of our duty to make sure they get there safely.
Yes.
As you approach this bend on Ravin Road, you see off to your left. You see the Evermoors, this gigantic bog, but to your right, you see this very small town in the lower Ravin Vale. This area is known as the Silver Marshes. The Marches, and nestled on the trail between the High Hold and Nemay, which is the next town over, you see the town of Rivermoot. It's protected by a sturdy palisade on the east side, and by the two rivers on its south and northwest sides, making it very defensible. It is summer, so you see as the workers around this area, as you pass by on your horses, you see that there are workers trying to deal with the effects of a flood that seems to have happened here over the past season of spring. And you see that the majority of the buildings of this village are standing on pilings, essentially, on pillars and stilts that are at least 10 feet off the ground. And as you pass by on your horses, you see the workers just wave at you.
Gives a sort of half wave. He's definitely got most of his attention ahead.
As we pass by them, Sev will wave profusely with pure joy.
You see an old woman and what seems to be her grandchild. They laugh and giggle as you do this, Sev. Do you continue?
Yes, we continue on.
As you begin to approach this... Sorry, were you about to say something?
Oh, I'm just letting you know that our party is pretty dead set on reaching the bend where the anomaly is.
Right.
Yeah.
As you approach this new bend, you arrive at the ruins of a town. This is where Neme was supposed to be. Neme was a small frontier city located in the savage frontier of northwest Faerun, lying by the river Sergrin. About 10 years ago, you would say, this city was destroyed. And you look on as these ruins just sit there, silently. Actually, after arriving at the ruins of Neme, the night has fallen, and you have two choices. Will you continue throughout the night, or will you stop and rest?
Sev is not opposed to the darkness, but I understand my companions may have problems with this.
Yeah, actually, Egson needs to go to sleep. He gets really pouty if he doesn't get, like, proper sleep. Judd
Perhaps
says
put him in a backpack and nest him like a kangaroo.
Oh, that's a
I would
good
just like
idea.
to say that was a really good Alex impression.
Judd is like, oh shit, the baby Bjorn. And they open their backpack and pull out this long strand of cloth, essentially. And they wrap themselves in it and put Egson in it as well, facing their chest. And with the trot of the horse, Egson begins to fall asleep. Saltbrook looks over at you, Gimnir, and asks, so, Gimnir, do we stop or do we continue going?
Personally, I think we should keep going. Hopping might just lead to some restless people getting to whatever is out there before we do, and
I will give you a disclaimer. If you continue throughout the night without resting, you will take 1 point of exhaustion.
Can I take my horse and kind of roll through some of the ruins to just basically do a perimeter check and look for a safe place to camp?
Yes. Sorry. I got some popcorn stuck in my throat. Give me an investigation check, please.
Investigation, sure. 11.
7, as you make your way through these ruins, you notice that the bottoms of these buildings have begun to rot. And they seem to be completely rotted, in fact. Filled with termites. Next to the margins of the Evermoors, you may see the odd track of drowners. But you don't sense that this is an area where there's a lot of interest for any monsters. And it seems like this area only sees tracks, really, on the road itself that just passes through it. And over the past 10 years, you would wager that this city has seen less and less people passing by it due to the existence of better roads to the south.
Okay. I will let the group know that if we want to party, or if we want to take our party and camp, we can set up here. There are termites, but they're harmless. The floors have some give, which will make for comfortable sleeping arrangements.
Very true. It is true.
Sev does not mind the bugs and stuff, so he's not thinking that anyone else will have a problem with that.
Sev, let me see something. You sleep normally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Sweet.
Just wanted to ask.
Yeah.
I forget some stuff about the Cynic hybrids. Okay. Who will take first watch?
I think Gimnir's too anxious to go to sleep right now, so Gimnir will probably take first watch.
Okay.
I will. I will before we go to bed. I'll like try to harvest some of the termites just for food, and I'll have some dinner.
In the meantime, Judd begins to pull out like these big pots and pans from inside their backpack and say, "All right, who wants some fucking fish?" And yep.
I warned him about drowner tracks near the water.
No, it's okay. Like, fishing rod, dude. You've never seen this thing before, have you?
No, I have not.
Okay, check this out. And he goes up to you and he says, "Give me a termite."
I give him a fat one.
Judd pierces it using a hook, and then just tosses it into the Evermoors. And a few moments later, there's a tug. They rolled a 1. Out from inside the Evermoors comes. It seems like something is, really heavy on the other end of this fishing rod. And as they pull it up, you see it come out, Sev. It's a boot with a hole in it. And water just drains out from it.
Oh, nice. I thank him, and I take the boot and I put it on.
Okay, fine.
Or would you like me to cut this up and we can chew on it as we?
No. You can have it. It's a gift.
I'll start to. It does not fit. But I will start to cut it up and start drying it out so that we can have it for like you know how like the old cowboys would like have the leather bits that they'd like chew on.
Right. Yeah. And pirates would eat leather sometimes.
Yeah. So I'll start making that up real nice.
All right. Cool. In the meantime, Saltbrook begins to pull out like jerky out of his backpack and is like, "This would be a bit more filling, if y'all don't mind. Just as chewy though." And he hands you some, Gimnir.
Thanks. He sort of takes it and kind of goes back to like sitting down, crossing his arms. Kind of doesn't eat the jerky yet, but he just holds onto it. He's looking off in the direction of Long Saddle.
Okay. Gimnir, as you're doing that, Saltbrook approaches you and gives you a small nudge with his elbow. And he says, "You're worried about her, aren't you?"
I mean, last time we were separated, it was barely a boy and
Say that again.
gone for 5 years.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. Saltbrook looks at you and says, "I haven't seen my wife for longer than that. I know how it feels. So, she'll be okay. She'll be waiting for you, eventually."
No, she will. Just hope I can tell her some good stories when we meet again.
Well, then a good night of sleep is something that'll benefit us. And he takes a big bite off of the jerky and plants his banner on the ground next to where he's going to sleep, pulls his cape off of him, lays it on the ground, and lays down. And as he lays down, he says, "Oh, almost forgot." And he snaps his fingers, and a bonfire appears in the middle of the camp. Just as the southwestern winds coming from the coast begin to blow in a colder, saltier air. Give me a perception check for your watch.
Good thing. Perception. That's going to be natural 20.
Natural 20?
Yep.
Awesome. Gimnir, throughout the night, as you are keeping watch, you seem to notice something on the ground. It's two sets of footprints. One set belongs to a horse, and the other set belongs to what you can only assume is a large lizard headed towards the direction that you were headed.
Oh boy, that does not look good. He sort of ends up, grabs his shield, battle axe, and just slowly follows along. He's still been within about 20 feet of the camp, but walking along carefully.
The night continues without much incident. You just notice that these tracks essentially have been here for a couple of days already. Sev, will you take second watch, or would you like someone else to take it?
I can take second watch. That's no problem.
Okay. Gimnir, in the middle of the night, you're approached by Sev.
I don't say anything. I just nod at him and start to wander the grounds.
Give me a perception check, Seven.
18.
Okay. Sev, as you wander the grounds, you notice. You also notice these footprints. You see one set of tracks belonging to a horse, and another belonging to what looks to be a large lizard. These tracks have been here for a few days.
Can I roll nature?
Yes. To try to determine what they are?
Yeah.
Okay. You can't exactly tell what the lizard one is, but you can tell that the other one belongs to a much heavier horse than normal. It's a very strong horse. This species, this breed of horse, is normally used as war horses. As for the lizard, all you can tell is that it has 3 toes and maybe a 4th vestigial toe on the backside of their feet. But it is medium sized, but for a lizard, this is pretty big.
Okay. Interesting.
Also, Moral Flip, thank you so much for being here. And Club Storn, thank you so much for joining us for tonight. Trap Snat as well. Kata, Menator, Female Duck, and Tess. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Much appreciated. 7 in the morning comes, and much without incident. And as the sun begins to rise, Sev, you feel a light tap on your shoulder. 2 taps.
I check my shoulder.
You see Eggson standing there. His eyes still heavy from sleeping, and he seems a bit taller than he was just a couple of days ago.
I tell Exin to go back to bed. What are you eating that's making you grow?
False.
Bed. You need to go to bed. Excellent. Before I go tell your parent that you're being naughty, and I'll walk Exon back to his little knapsack.
As you approach Judd, who's still asleep, he like wakes up with a small jump, and he looks around really quickly to see where Exon is, and then he looks at you and says, "Oh, thank gods."
I give him his boy and tell him. And tell him you might want to invest in a leash or something. And then I will say good night, and then I will leave, turn and go.
Okay. The morning comes, and the sun rises. And where it wasn't like that last night, you now begin to smell the bog as the sun begins to hit it. It gets warm very quickly. And you smell the scent of putrefaction and the smell of decaying matter to essentially all around you. And
this brings Sev a layer of joy.
Saltbrook wakes up and he takes a deep breath and he's like, ugh, what the hell is that?
Jim looks over at Saltbrook is like, given your reputation, I would have assumed you them to far worse.
I like moldy bread. I don't like bog water. That's for witches. Saltbrook stands up and he gives a big old stretch. Alright. Time to get a move on. And he begins to put his stuff back together. And
I let the crew know that I found a warhorse track and a giant lizard track. And that we'll have to be cognizant moving forward.
As you say that, Saltbrook says, "Oh, okay. Guess we're on the right track then." And he slings his backpack and his stuff on top of his horse.
Are you hunting a warhorse and a big lizard?
Well, Ithildin left and she had a big lizard with her.
Did she have a warhorse?
I'm imagining she got it. Somehow.
Mm. Oh, are our horses war horses?
No. Your horses are very regular looking horses. They're riding horses, essentially.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is a very different.
Yes.
The warhorse will mess you up. Okay. We continue on at the butt crack of dawn.
Gimnir, is there anything you would like to do before we leave?
Well, I think Gimnir's ready to just move on. He's already too anxious to still.
Okay. As Judd is trying to climb on top of the horse with Egson attached to them, they're like, you know what? Screw this. They take off the baby Bjorn, and they grab Egson underneath the arms and just put them on top of the horse. You're way too big to be doing the Bjorn thing. You weren't last night. I have no idea what's going on. But fuck it, we ball. Judd then climbs on top of the horse and says, "No more Bjorn for you." Would you like to set off?
Yes.
Okay. As you continue down along the edges of the Evermoors, you come across the continuation of the Great Road of the Federation. And the people that you are seeing crossing by you are people that you hadn't seen before at all. This is a completely different group of people. and they seem much less worse, much better for wear compared to you guys that were roughing it around the edges of the Evermoors.
Can we tell why that is?
Yes, it's pretty simple to you that because it's just a straight shot with this road, these people are just able to rest alongside the edges of the road without having to worry about terrain. It's 90 degrees, a perfect road that just crosses anything in its path.
Why didn't we just take the road, guys?
Do you continue along the edges, or do you take the road closer to Long Saddle?
We'll take the road. We'll take the safe path.
Okay. As you begin to walk down the road, I'd say in a canter, right? Not in just walking. This road is really good for the horses. It's easy for them to run. You can go a little faster than before. You actually, as soon as you begin to canter, you hear a voice. Oh, look, it's them again. And you recognize the people that you saw earlier over in Silvery Moon yesterday.
Sev will wave with a giant smile until he finds the old man, in which he will drop his hand and zip up his cloak and kick his horse to move a little faster.
As you continue down the road, you begin to notice that some people are beginning to diverge right around the area that you're at right now. And they begin to move south along the edges of the Evermoors this way.
Okay. Do I detect the anomaly?
Yes.
In this range?
To you, the area of the anomaly is much smaller now, much more concentrated, and it is to your west by northwest.
Okay. I will look to the team and let them know that the anomaly its range is much smaller, and it appears that the people are moving south. I would like to follow this because it's very rare that my biosense triggers like this. But if we have things to do, we can do that thing first and then come back.
Okay.
Now that we know that the people are not moving this direction.
Well, here's the thing. Most people are still walking down the road directly through. There are a few people, a few small groups of people, are breaking off and heading south along the edges.
Well, I'll still play it the way that I see it and see what the team says.
And not put this off for too much longer. We just go for it and.
You want to take a look at the anomaly?
Yeah.
Okay. We will head up the road until we have to break off for the anomaly.
Okay. Give me perception checks, the two of you.
Okay. Perception.
That's a nat 1. I rolled a nat 20 and a nat 1.
14.
That's funny. Okay. 7. Down south, along the edges of the Evermoors, you notice that there is a small town right about here.
Okay.
And it seems like that's where people are heading to.
Probably to restock and resupply on their travel. Yeah.
That's
okay.
a valid idea. Yes.
Use the restroom and the like. Okay.
It's fantasy medieval times. The restroom is everywhere.
Well, maybe some of these people are a little bit more posh.
Very true.
Just real quick, you mean to tell me that we now have someone in this universe has a pew pew, but we have no indoor plumbing?
There is indoor plumbing, but you can just go outside and poop if you want.
Listen,
Just FYI, you can go do that anytime. You don't have to be just medieval.
That is true. That's what I'm saying, though.
I say we live on a farm. You've done it.
I have. I haven't pooped in the woods yet. I've peed in the
There's a rod
woods.
shit in the woods.
Crap.
I plan to poop in the woods the next time I'm there, though.
I just poop in the woods because I feel like it. I don't even care if anyone's watching.
You're in LA. There are no woods. Griffith
You
Park
gotta
doesn't
make
count. Okay. Where would you like to go? Would you like to break off south, or would you like to go straight down the road and then turn for the anomaly?
We're gonna go down the road where it just like gets us to the area, and then we will break off from there.
Okay.
And go north for speed.
Okay.
It's good to me.
Cool. Sounds good to me. As you continue your way down the road, you start noticing that there's a lot of people that have stopped along the road and are sort of pointing and murmuring to themselves, like just commenting with each other about something.
Can we see what they're looking at?
You can't see what it is. It seems like whatever it is that they're talking about happened recently.
We ask them what's going on.
As you ask one of them, there's this old woman who responds and says, "I'll tell you what it was. It was a dragon. It flew right over us."
What color was the dragon?
It was black. It was red too.
This sounds like our friend.
Yes, it sounds like Ithilden's dragon.
I will nod my head and say thank you. We are dragon hunters. We are headed that way to make sure that the place is safe.
Very good. Do be careful with the devil, though.
There's a devil.
Yes, a tiefling. You know the sort.
Is it Thilden? Is it Thilden tiefling?
No. Ithilden's an elf.
Interesting. Okay. We go north, following. I ask her where it went, the direction, what mountaintop.
She points you to this general area. Essentially, narrowing things down.
That is not at all narrowed. It is the same size as before.
It was this big before. Don't give me that shit.
Okay.
We're playing Fortnite over here. Give me a second.
We will I'll build a tower and get a better base. No, I'll save that for when we find the dragon. But we'll continue down the road till we hit that first ravine that we can kind of get through the mountain range.
As
Right
you
there in the north.
run about here, I'd say.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As you make it around here, Saltbrook looks around and says, "All right, give me a moment and I'll scout it out." And you see him position his hands in front of him, and his gauntlet shines for a moment. And 1 second. Fly is 3rd level. And he does not roll that, so he uses a spell slot. And you witness him essentially just begin to float upwards without momentum. He just goes up. And he stops in midair and then begins to float towards the north west.
Gimli turns to Sev, and it's just like, I swear, it's always the weirdest thing whenever he does that. It's just natural.
Sev kind of scratches his head with a tentacle, as that does not seem natural.
Judd mutters under their breath, Minecraft creative mode looking ass.
We don't understand what he means by that either. Just nod and smile.
Sev will just assume he is a miner. Because he said it's Minecraft. Like witchcraft, like miners have their own magic.
Oh, I never thought about that, but I like that. I'm an adept of Minecraft. Never thought about it. You witness Sulbrook sort of stop in midair and look down below, and he turns around and he pulls out his hat and begins to wave it, and waves the banner with it as well, essentially trying to catch you guys' attention.
We'll just scream at him, what?
He wants our attention.
He essentially beckons for you guys to move towards his direction, and he begins to descend to the ground.
Okay, we'll follow his instructions. I'll roll a survival to try to keep us safe. Is that fair?
Yes.
And it's a 9. I'm doing kind of a bad job. This is not my terrain.
Are you going for inspiration there? Seven. Oh.
Natty 20.
Yeah, there it is. As you begin to descend through this ravine, you notice that the surrounding stone here seems to have been burned. But this isn't a fire burn. This is an electrical burn, almost like lightning has hit these rocks several times. And as you continue down this ravine, you hear the wing beat of something very large. And fuck, I don't even think I have one. Well, sure, that'll do. And you hear this deep booming wing beat from above you, and something, this shadow, passes overhead at blinding speeds. And it doesn't seem to notice you. And up ahead, you watch as Sulbrook seems to sneak his way back to you guys. And he walks back in and says, "All right, so there's good news and there's bad news."
Bad news first.
The bad news is that there's a griffin. There's a griffin, and it's huge. And I don't like the look of it.
And the good news?
The good news is that Ithilden and that tiefling lady, the red one with the white hair, they're about to fight it.
This gives Gimli a pause for a moment. Right, so you should go.
Right. Do you start moving forward?
Yeah, Gimli does.
Do you follow Seven?
Seven says, "I need a moment," and he begins whispering what he believes that that what he believes Griffin tastes like in like kind of super graphic detail, and he's saying this under his breath. And as he is saying this, I will activate my
Crimson Right?
what the I'm thinking I'm activating the gauntlets if I can do that in time.
The forearm bracer? Yeah, you can do that.
Uh,
You're currently out of combat, so you don't have to worry about action economy.
yeah. And then I will put them into a blood frenzy as I activate my Crimson Right, which will basically make them very, very, very hungry, and they'll start to like be electrically. Ooh. Can I roll a survival check if like it's okay. I will have them start to crackle with a thunderous with an electrical energy through them, and I have to roll I think it's a D6. Sorry, it's been a while since we've done combat. D6. I will take 5 points of damage.
Okay. You all have full health right now, by the way.
Yeah.
I was about to ask, was that a long rest that we took, or?
It was a long rest, yes. It was a short rest, but it gave you the benefits of a long rest because of where you were.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So you're down to 53?
Me, 61.
61. Okay, yeah. I need to update this. Your total is 67 now.
Yep.
Down to 61?
62.
62, yeah, I was about to say. Gimnir, what's your total HP right now?
54.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, so there's been some small changes here and there. Josiah is 53. Sorry, guys. I forgot about this. Might as well do it now instead of in the middle of combat. Ethil is at 60. Which is, like, pretty strong for a ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Was not expecting it. And Judd... poop. Club Storm, thank you so much for the stretch.
You're welcome. Yeah, Scott.
There we go. I forget that that's you. Okay, Judd has how much health? 53. Okay. What's up? 7, were you gonna say something?
No, I was just I enjoy seeing all the characters' health and stuff. I think it's cool.
Yeah. Let me just get the size right. I know it says Chimera, but it's a...
No, I know.
Yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay. Ahead of you, you see as this this massive chimera just Griffin comes down to the ground and seems to not be aggroed on anything right now. It just seems to be minding its own business.
I thought you said they were about to fight it.
Right, but you can't see them right here from this position.
I begin to I will tell my team I will whisper, please do not judge me for this, but I will do better in my enhanced form, but it is not pretty. and then I will begin to. I'll walk around the rocks on the right, see where it has that little pinch, and I will start to. I won't be able to fit in there. I will. I will stealth. I will stealth my way to that second rock. The second rock. On the left side. Yeah, either way, one of those, it's fine.
Okay.
Wherever you think. Well, maybe I'll squeeze through that little opening on the right, and then get. You see the little rock pinch? I'll squeeze through the pinch to kind of stay away from its view, and I'll get behind the thing and prep my transform.
Okay, that's fine. Gimnir, would you like to position yourself?
Yeah, Gimnir's gonna go the opposite side of 7 to the other rock. He's gonna try and be quiet.
This thing is genuinely not paying attention.
Still doesn't want to get its attention. I rolled a 16 on.
Nice, that's good. Saltbrook joins with you actually, 7, and he whispers to you and says, "I am genuinely very interested in seeing what happens to you, so don't mind me."
I warn him that he will want to step back, and I will walk around that. I will fully go around to the right and go up behind. We're already behind it.
Yeah, it's just walking around right now.
Okay. How close can I sneak up to it?
That'll depend on your stealth check.
Okie dokie. $14.
Okay. I would say you can get... I'd say you'd be able to get around here to it.
Okay.
That's the closest you'll be able to get it without it seeing you. You could also do it right here. Like in this area.
Okay.
These are the two possibilities.
Alrighty. I am going to begin to mutate into monster form.
Okay.
And and then I will but I'll be a little bit closer. I'll be like outside of the rock so that I am forced to get into combat with it.
Like right here?
And I will make an intimidation check on Saltbrook, who has not probably seen this point blank. Which is a 5. He is I prepared him. My intimidation is surprisingly -1.
Yeah, he looks at you and you notice that he has a little notebook and he seems to be like essentially like scribbling about you.
This man has seen the horrors of war. I don't think this is
essentially, yeah.
I will move in towards the thing, and as soon as it's within 30 feet, I'm going to attempt to...
You're already within 30 feet.
I'm going to bind... I'm going to apply a curse of binding.
Okay.
And I'm going to apply a curse of binding to reduce its speed to 0.
Okay. I need...
It has to make a strength saving throw of 12. It's not crazy.
1 second. Saltbrook. 19. I need you to roll initiative for me first.
Sure.
7. And
sure.
what was the saving throw you needed from me?
19. It's a strength saving throw.
Okay. From a griffin. Okay, it fails.
Nice. I will do a d6 of damage to make it last for a minute.
Okay.
From it hurts myself.
I see. Gimnir, give me your initiative as well. This thing goes for Judd. 10.
This is a 4 total.
Oops.
This is the anomaly, correct?
Would you like to try and sense for it?
Yes.
Give me a nature check for me, please.
10.
It's around.
Interesting.
Yeah. What was your initiative?
19.
Okay. So, roll that again for me.
11.
Oh my god, roll that again. I also rolled an 11. I'm rolling initiatives here. One more time, yeah.
3.
Okay. So, you will go after Saltbrook. Ethel, I know you're listening. Would you roll initiative for me, please?
Yes, but from the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking 7.
Okay. All right. 7, as you jump out and you freeze this thing, you hear from behind you, you hear Saltbrook jump out and mutter in this incomprehensible language as he Eldritch blasts at this thing. And he rolls a 12 and he misses as it just flies it flies into this griffin, and it just
Does he have advantage against that?
I don't think he would.
Oh, it can't take it cannot take reactions as well.
Yeah. Saltbrook just misses the first Eldritch Blast, and you can just hear him go, "Ah, shit." Okay, now it's you, 7.
Does he have a second shot? I think
does
he has
not.
a second shot.
He does not.
He does not. As soon as the ray shoots, I'm gonna use that like the gun at the race, and I'm gonna just launch. And all my tentacles will start to dig into the earth as it like throws me forward.
Okay.
And I will throw my tentacles at its wings and start to wrap it from behind. And I'm basically just gonna climb over this thing, and just start to like squeeze
constrict
on
it.
And yes, that is it. That is the word. Squeeze.
Squeeze them.
Yeah.
Give me.
And I'll do the grappling appendages.
Okay. Are you gonna go for a single combo?
I am going for a grapple hold down situation.
Okay, so in the Tome of Homebrew rules, you may attempt an acrobatics check for a maneuver before this, and if you succeed, you automatically succeed on what you're trying to do for that check. So you may take an acrobatics instead of an athletics, if that is better for you.
Ooh, no.
No?
Not at all.
Okay.
I have advantage on athletics
Then
checks and...
go for that grapple, baby.
Okay. 20.
Okay, and it has to contest it?
Yes.
Okay.
And I honestly think I might...
19.
The 20 is a hit, I believe. Stand by, let me check my grappling appendages. Yeah, each of those, when you make unarmed attacks, I will just grab him. I'll just grab him. That's fine. I'm grabbing him.
Okay. You manage to assert your dominance physically over this thing.
Okay.
And it begins to just caw out in anger.
Mm-hmm. And I will use my second attack.
Yep.
I have a second attack, right?
I believe you do.
Action attack. I'm sorry. I should.
You
know
have
this.
2 attacks per action. So
Is that-
you're.
wow.
If you use the
I'm trying-
grapple action,
Oh, I do.
then you've used your thing.
No. So the grapple takes place of one of the attacks. Like it replaces one of the attacks. Instead of doing damage, I grab.
Okay.
Is my understanding of how it works. And then my other appendage will begin to dig in. Okay. hold
Okay,
on.
so you have 2 special appendages that are natural weapons, which you can use to make unarmed strikes that deal 1d8 plus 4 bludgeoning damage. Immediately after hitting, you can try to grapple the target as a bonus action. So right now, with that 20 that you rolled,
So I can roll damage. All right, that's the thing I was looking for. Is
yes.
that?
So you,
That's
yeah, with that dirty 20, you hit. I need you to roll 1d8 plus 5 for the damage.
10.
Okay. And now you may attempt to grapple as your bonus action.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, so roll that grapple for me.
24.
Okay.
And it
Yeah.
rolled a 19 to deflect that. Yeah, I'm grappling the crap out of him, and then I will, my like super tentacles will launch out. Oh, and he takes another D6 worth of damage. Stand by. This class is not very well put into D&D Beyond. I'll deal 4 electric damage.
For what's
My when I like told him about the food and then I did my blood magic to like enhance my things with an electrical prowess, my tentacles now electrocute when they hit for an extra d6 of damage.
Okay, roll that.
Yeah, I just did 4.
4, it takes 2.
It takes 2. Interesting. And then I will I have hit it once. I will hit it again.
Go for it.
But this time I will use the. Man, I'm so sorry. I'll have this prepped for the next.
It's
the next
okay,
one.
man. Don't stress.
It's
all good.
I will. Oh, plus 5, 15 to hit.
That does
Oh
not
wait,
hit.
no, 17 to hit. Sorry,
That
it's plus
does
7.
hit. Okay.
That does hit. Aha. And then I will roll a d8 and a d6 plus 7. 14 points of damage. And sorry, it's 12 points of damage and then 2 electric. So
Okay.
it takes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
As you just you watch as this massive transformed 7 just grabs onto this thing and just begins doing its thing on top of it. You see electricity and sparks just shoot out left and right, and it hits the ground, and you see this. You see that the very similar look to the stone that you saw, that you all saw when you walked in here for the first moment, and you see it just almost glasses the ground around you with the sand and the rockiness of this area. And that will be your turn, correct?
Yes.
You hear. Okay, you're not the only one that didn't prepare things properly. I didn't do this right. You hear a yell coming from the rocks above, and you just see you just watch 7 as this tiefling just jumps down on top of this griffin and lands with their sword while just stabbing this thing on the back, and lands on top of it, and they'll deal 7 points of damage with that, and then they will one second. Yeah, and then it'll attack a second time. And they hit for 8 points of damage. And as this person lands in front of you, it looks up at you, 7, and you just hear her say, "What in the fucking hell are you?"
I'm a monster, so I'm just going to keep constricting.
Okay. And now Judd. Judd bursts forward and goes behind this rock and opens fire with their ballista. That'll be a 15. They missed the first time and they shoot again.
Do they get advantage if I'm holding them down?
I would say yes. But they have missed the first one. So let's roll that with advantage. And they also miss. They miss both shots. And that'll be it. Next up, okay. Ethel. You're standing on top of these rocks. You just watched as your friends just appeared out of nowhere and are attacking this griffin. I'm gonna text you what else was happening at the time, but tell me what you do right here.
Yeah. I'm waiting, King. Don't worry.
In the meantime, just tell me what you do in this moment.
Yeah. Mumble begrudgingly. First of all, that's the first key. Remind me one more time how Thalion's flight speed works at this size.
He does not have a flight speed with you attached to him.
How about a jumping and falling speed?
That would be instant, essentially. So long as you're able to make the jump to where you're going.
Would a light glide be in the question?
I'll allow like a feather fall situation because of his wings.
Oh, well. Okay, sweet. Yeah, I would like to direct him to get in on that and assist Zev in the grappling.
Okay. There. You can use the help action now, Ethel.
Okay.
Let me just...
Is that something I have to do, or like...
Well, I don't think she's able to grapple as well. Am I correct, John?
I don't know why you would need to. Aside from it would have to break through multiple grapples. I think that's probably fine. And then, but you can attack with advantage while I'm holding him down.
That is true. Both you and Thalion can do it.
Yeah, sweet. Okay. Okay, in that case, sure. For no specific reason, I would also like my baby boy to do his frightful presence.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Okay, he does that. He's a big scary boy. So that's a full action, isn't it?
Wait.
Sorry, I'm still looking at this page that you made for him.
Okay, hold on.
We're so good at Dungeons and Dragons, everyone.
It happens, man. Plus, we're here to have a good time. That's what matters.
We really are. Like, I have a good time. I don't know these rules.
Let me just bring up. Shit. I think did I delete this page?
It's still working.
No, it's here. Okay.
Yeah.
Actions. Yeah, you can do. You can do his frightful presence right now.
Yeah. So does he get like 2 actions? Did you say?
Can you? Yes. It gets the frightful presence and it makes 1 regular attack.
Sweet. Baby boy, bite the shit out of this thing.
Okay, so it needs to save on a 19 wisdom throw. And it crit fails. This thing is fucking terrified. And now bite. Roll a d20. It has
Absolutely.
+7 to hit.
Where is my fucking D20?
There it is. Ah, no, I got a flat 9.
You do have inspiration.
Okay. Say no more, King. Say no more. Okay, that's a 2.
Okay, well, you miss.
You.
Gimnir, Saltbrook, you both witness as Ithilden, riding on top of Thalion, who seems to be larger than before, comes down from on top of this large rock formation on the left, and glides on down to the ground, and roars, trying to intimidate this griffin. And you see that the eyes of this griffin just become wide as it just tries to stare at this thing. It tries to move itself to get off of the grapple that Seven is using, but it's unable to. And as Thalion lunges in to bite, you watch this griffin just with all of its strength just sort of inch away, and Thalion misses by an inch. Etho, you're still able to use your own attack.
Right.
Yeah, your own actions are available.
Sweet. I would like to join my my girl Kirith. I'm gonna jump from Thalion's back and attack with the blade portion of the Blood Queen's bow.
Okay. Okay, then I'm gonna have to do this and separate the two of you.
Multiple Thalions, what will they do?
Copy that. Give me an acrobatics check.
Always King, don't worry. Why isn't it showing me my thing? Oh, there it is. 14.
14. Ethel, you managed to jump on top of this griffin. And
Yes.
give me that attack roll.
Ooh, that's a 23.
Oof. Okay, yeah, you hit. Deal that damage.
7.
Alright. You going for another attack?
Yes, just the same thing, like a double slashy slash. In my head, it's dual-ended. I don't know about you and your brain,
Sure. I mean, it is
but
a bow,
has
so...
2 limbs. It has 2 ends, bitch.
Okay. Yep.
Oh,
Hit it
I
again.
rolled the wrong thing. It's my bad. Hold on, 9.
Okay. Cool. And that is your turn. Gimnir.
Gimnir just kind of walks over to Saltbrook and is just like, I think they've got it, honestly. I don't really think we need to do anything.
Wait, lower the camera a bit more, Rod, so it's like we're over their shoulders.
Oh my god! Oh, Tess, if you're watching this, I would love to have just like a moment where like the three of them just stand there like, well, that just happened.
This is amazing.
All right. Will you do anything, Gimnir, or are you just gonna sit back for a while?
Gimnir's just gonna sit back for now. He just there's it's grappled by dragon, that's a drake, and giant monster essentially. I think they've got it.
Quickly escalated.
I love that. Tess says screenshotted. Oh my god. Okay. Now it's the Griffin's turn. Let me do this real quick. Okay. I need 7 Ithilden and Kirith to roll Constitution saves. DC is 15.
14.
Okay.
Oops, sorry, forgot I was muted. 4.
4. So the two of you fail. Kirith also fails. Okay. Oh boy. The two of you, the three of you actually, take 18 points of damage as this griffin. You see its feathers begin to shake and rumble, and they rise. They stand on their ends, and you see this electrical energy begin to course throughout them, and it bursts this electrical energy from their body outwards, and it just goes. It just hits you guys with everything that it has.
10 moments before disaster.
So that's 18 points of damage to each one of you, unless you have resistance to lightning damage. D&D Beyond is not working for me. So you have 62 health. You go down to 44.
I'm down to 40.
40?
No, I've taken 40 from enhancing my to get him to stop for a minute.
Gotcha.
And he can retry that saving throw at the end of every one of his turns.
Same for frightful presence, by the way.
Huh?
Same for the frightful presence. I forgot about that already.
Oh, if he's got frightful presence, can he actually scream?
Yes. What do you mean?
Oh, is it not feared? Is it not feared?
It is feared.
Oh, the fear ends when they get hit. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now what this thing will do is it'll go for a bite attack on you, 7.
Yep.
And it crits. Jesus.
Okay.
It'll deal here we go. That is 6 and then that is that is 14 points of damage.
I will take it, and 7 will begin to scream as his tentacles tighten around the creature. And while the creature is biting onto me, you'll see the griffin's eyes will go wide as spines shoot from the wound and start to pierce through its mouth. And it'll take, I think, 2d10.
Is that a reaction?
Damage. Yes.
Okay.
I would roll it, but I do not have access to Beyond. Standby.
Yeah, it's crashing for me too. Do you want me to roll?
I got him right here. Boom.
Okay.
I got dice. I just got to pull him out of a little bag. Aha. All right.
Not question the man's dice ability.
I don't question.
That'll be 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Piercing damage, I believe.
You watch as this griffin essentially just feels this pain, and you see all of its muscles begin to like tense up in pain. It'll roll to try to get off of your grapple.
That's its whole action if it does that.
I thought you said it can break it at the end.
Oh no! Oh no! It can try to break my curse, my binding curse. Yes.
Okay.
Where like
what was the DC on that?
DC 12.
Then it broke it. Then it broke it. Yeah.
Okay.
You roll an 18.
Okay.
And then it'll try to stop the frightful presence. Well, it already stopped because of because he got hit. So, and it can't move, right?
No, it cannot.
Okay. All right. Next up, it is Saltbrook. I would love to be able to use D&D Beyond.
He'll attack twice. He rolled a 17 on the die.
Or
he'll attack once with this thing, which he probably gets +6.
Let me see.
D10.
Okay, he is going to cast Blindness Deafen. So he's going to go for blindness.
Ooh. Okay.
Throws a con saving throw. Save DC is 14. 17. It resists it. But it won't. Yeah, he won't use a spell level because of his gauntlet. No, Sev, it is your turn.
Sev will tighten, and then all of a sudden, all the tentacles will start to slightly loosen, and you'll see the magical tentacles start to glow underneath, like from within the knot of monster here.
Yep.
And the tentacles will just super launch into this bird. And a 26 to hit.
That's a hit. Yep.
It'll take 22 points of damage,
Okay.
and 2 of that is electrical, and 2 of that is magical, and 1 of that is magical.
Okay. Awesome.
And then I will hit it again, and the tentacles will start to like frenzy, and that'll be a 13 to hit.
That does not hit.
And then it will hit again.
Oh.
With a nat 1.
Oh boy.
I can while I'm in monster form, if I make an unarmed attack, I can make a third unarmed attack with my bonus action.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, you missed those 2.
Yeah. Crit fail on the last one though. Okie dokie.
Okay. Next up, we have Kirith. While standing on top of this griffin, Ethel, she essentially calls for a combo with you.
Yeah, that does.
And essentially, because she's calling for the combo, I want you to come up with how they pair together.
Get it.
Yes.
Oh no, I'm stupid. Growing up, I'm not creative. Give me 1 second.
I feel that so hard.
What is her like strength and throwing capacity?
She is pretty fucking strong, like physically. She has a +4 to strength.
Sweet. And would wait, she has fire magic, doesn't she?
She does.
Hmm. Question. Are thorns flammable?
Yes. I would say yes.
Okay, sweet. I'm going to do that spell shooter thing
Okay.
in which I cast, what's the spell fucking called? I don't remember. The spike growth. That's it.
Yeah.
So it basically encases the griffin itself, and then call for Kia to just set that shit on fire.
I'll allow it. Okay. The DC for that will be a 13.
A 13.
Yeah.
Okay. 14.
Nice. Kirith with a 19. Okay. There we go. Roll that spike growth.
I'll have to roll that. Hold on.
Actually, no. No, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. I was like, wait, what?
Okay. So, and Kirith will... Okay. She will essentially use her Hellish Rebuke for that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, she can't do that. She'll use the Flame Tongue longsword that she has. You guys watch as Ethilden, as Kirith calls for Ethilden to do something, and on top of this griffin that is not essentially moving, Kirith will give Ethilden a boost as she steps on her hand. Kirith, with everything she's got, just launches her upwards. Ethilden pulls the knocks an arrow in and shoots. And as it shoots, Gimnir and Seven, you watch as her arrow becomes covered in spikes. From the tip of the arrow, it grows backwards. And once it hits the griffin, also roll a regular bow attack for me because that actually.
I did. Damage 4.
Yeah. Okay. And 7, you watch as this griffin becomes encased in spikes on its back, not the front of it where you're holding it. And as the arrow hits, Kirith strikes down on the spike growth, and it encases it in flame, dealing the 2d4 of damage per turn. So it'll deal 6 points of damage this turn. And that'll be Kirith's turn.
Okay.
Judd will open fire with the Comet Ballista again. And it is, advantage because you're there. They miss the first one. And they go for the second one. Oh my god, they're missing everything.
Seems pretty in character.
That sucks. Yeah, okay. It is Ethel's turn.
Yeah, hold on. Give me 1 sec, bro. Valiant and I are kind of like in the same turn frame, right?
Sorry?
Valiant and I would be like in the same turn frame, correct?
Yes, you guys have the same initiative.
Yeah, okay. Hold on, my mommy's talking to me. No, I do not. Thank you.
My mommy?
My mommy was talking to me during my Dungeons and Dragons game. I will instruct Valiant to use his breath weapon.
He does not have a breath weapon yet. Sorry.
What? It's on the page!
I know, but also look at the size that he is on that.
Girl, you think I read that? Okay, never mind. He's gonna claw attack then.
Okay.
Slashy dash.
+7 to hit. Go for it.
What, just roll a d20?
Yeah, roll a d20 +7 to hit.
Okay. It'd be 15 with 5 + 7.
That misses.
Ah, Valiant buddy.
It can make another attack since it didn't use Frightful Presence.
Okay, then he will go for the bite.
Okay, that's a +7 to hit as well.
17 + 7. It's what, 24?
Okay, that's a hit. Roll for damage.
What would that be? A d6?
It'll be a single D. No, it'll be 1d10, and then 1d6 worth of fire damage.
Why do I not have? Oh, there's a d10. 7 + 1, 8.
Okay, 8 points of damage.
Thank you, Thalion. Very cool.
You just watch as Thalion reaches in. It misses with its claw, but then it just grabs a hold of one of this thing's legs and starts munching on it as hard as possible.
As he should. Ugh, I love my feral boy. In the meantime, Ifil, where am I standing at? Sorry, I kind of missed after the combo attack.
Well, you're still on the back of this thing.
Oh, sweet. I would like to start slicing the fucking wing membranes off this thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, roll a melee with the bow.
With the bow, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a 10.
You miss.
Yeah, obviously. Thanks, King.
You do have multi-attack, so you can attack again.
Yeah, fuck it, we'll roll again then. Nat 20.
No way. Oh
Yeah,
my
I did
god. Okay, yeah. Crit that.
Yep. I still have to roll for damage, don't I? I'm stupid.
Yes, you do.
15.
Jesus, okay. You all watch as Ethildon just... she tries for a first swing, but she misses it due to the movement of this thing. But on the second one, she just comes down with a downswing on it, and it just hits... It just embeds itself into the right wing of this griffin, and it just goes down all the way to the bone. And you just hear this just disgusting as it cracks through the bone on this thing's wings. And it just screams out in pain. And now it is you, Gimnir.
Like, Gimnir looks over at Saltbrook and is like, well, I've seen you fly. Is that to others?
He looks at his hands and he's like, yes, actually.
Me and I'm calling a combo. I want fly.
Oh shit. Okay.
Attaboy.
Well, since Saltbrook is the one that has to decide, then he will cast Fly on you. And he'll cast Create Bonfire on the surface of your shield.
I'm hurtling towards this griffin like a flaming cannonball.
Exactly.
Now.
The DC for that will be 10.
10? Okay, is this just gonna be a flat d20 because I don't have anything for the shield.
Yeah, just a regular D20.
That's 15.
Fuck yes. Okay. Gimnir, you begin. You feel as your body becomes extremely light, and your feet are no longer touching the ground, and your shield begins to heat. It begins to warm up very quickly as you see what is essentially like a jet turbine just fucking appears in front of it. Just fucking swirls into existence. And you just hear its sound just go. And do you hurtle towards this thing?
Yeah, Gimnir's... He's not used to flight, so he's only going in one direction. Oh. He's
Okay.
hurtling straight towards this thing.
Gimnir, give me, well, since you succeed, give me that damage.
What would I roll for damage for the shield?
I'm gonna have you roll your battle axe damage,
Okay.
but I need you to roll it twice, and the second one will be dealt in fire damage.
The first one does 7,
Okay.
and the next one is 4 damage.
Nice.
So
7,
7.
Ethildon, you two just watch as from behind you, 7, you hear this noise, that a noise you've never heard before, as it just goes, and right next to you, you see Gimnir just land against this this griffin, pushing his shield into the side of him, with this massive fireball just exploding out of its shield, just searing the flesh and burning off the feathers off of this griffin.
I'm also going to take this opportunity to use my bonus action and cast Searing Smite on my battle axe. How I'm going to flavor this is as Gimnir hits the griffin with the shield, he's raising his battle axe, striking it off of the shield to hold on to the fire, and using that to hit the griffin.
Okay.
That is going to...
Deal 2d8. Go for it.
I think I have to hit it first.
Well, because of the combo, you hit. So.
Okay. It's gonna be my It's 8 plus the combo, so 2d8, 7, that's 10, so that's 18, plus the d6 in air damage, which is going to add, so 20 total damage with that.
Nice. Jesus Christ.
If it wasn't on fire beforehand, it is now.
All right. You all watch as Gimnir just goes apeshit on this thing. And 7, even in monster form, this is a bit upsetting. You just watch as this guy is just going absolutely bananas right next to you. And there's flesh and there's feathers and blood flying everywhere. And you can... what's up?
Sev will shriek out in an octave that sends a chill up Gimnir's spine that you'd feel when you play your favorite game for the first time in years, right? That like sense of nostalgia as like you found your purpose.
It's a fuck yeah chill.
Yeah, exactly. That buzz that you after you like chug a monster and then run outside.
Have a lot of experience with that, huh? You can all tell that this thing is pretty fucked up. It's very close to falling. But it won't fall yet. And it will, with whatever remaining strength it has. I need Ithilden, Seven, Gimnir, and Kirith. I need you all to roll con saving throws.
Sure to add 3 to your saving throws because I'm within 10 feet of you.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so make that a 24.
Okay. How much? 7? Sorry.
23.
Okay.
In
And
French,
that
please.
is a dirty 20 for me.
Nice. Kirith. Oops. Kirith goes, and she doesn't save. Oof. She takes 17 points of damage. You all will take. You all take 12 points of damage since you saved. So Sev goes down to 28, I believe. Gimnir goes down to 46. 5?
I'm at 30.
42. My max HP is 54.
Right. And Ethel, you go down to 30. And Thalion actually needs to save for that. He does not. He takes the... Yeah, he takes plenty of damage. This you witness this griffin in pure desperation just let out another scream as it electrifies everything around him. And you were all sort of expecting this moment, so you managed to hold yourselves more grounded, so to speak. It still hurts, but nothing compared to what Kirith takes, and she gets essentially thrown off of the griffin. And now Saltbrook will attempt he'll attempt Eldritch Blast once again. And he will hit for 12 points of damage. And then he will throw a second one since it goes twice. He will hit again. And he will deal 7 points of damage. So that is a total of 19. This thing is about to go down. I'm talking like last few moments of life. 7, it is your turn.
If it's in its last moments, I'm just gonna roll 3d20s.
Oh, why?
Will a 19, a 14, or a 29 hit it?
19 and a 29 will hit.
Okay, and then I'll do a literal ungodly amount of damage. 22 points of damage on the first hit.
Tell me how you kill it.
You just hear that scream as everybody on it starts to like roll off as I start to do the little crocodile roll.
Oh,
you know,
Jesus.
where you start to like
the death roll?
Death roll?
Yeah, the death roll. And I just start to like constrict and my tentacles begin to pierce. And I
Okay.
start to pull it apart in a
Jesus.
rapid spin.
You watch
And-
as this thing's body begins to disintegrate. It gets ripped in like several sections, each one attached to one of Seven's tentacles. Continue, Seven.
I will, as I'm like doing the twist, begin to deform
Okay.
until from the gore of the kill, I emerge as small 7.
As the teeniest of boys.
Let me undo here. Yeah, this thing is gone. And from underneath the big old 7 comes little boy Sev. And we okay. And stop.
I would just like to make note Gimnir is still floating like a couple inches off the ground, but he's kind of like tilting, like he's rotating ever so slowly.
Yeah.
Just doesn't know how to control himself yet.
I do love that. So
Even now, as you guys are seeing Sev, you will see that he has more tentacles than when he began this fight.
yes.
That's hot.
Yes.
You
Not everyone wants to ignore that.
as this as this mountain of gore just surrounds this small battlefield, you see Saltbrook and Judd essentially begin to approach. And from off her butt, essentially, Kirith will stand back up, and she looks at you, Ethel, and she says, "Did not expect this amount of company. Thought you only invited one of them."
Yeah, so did I. But I'd also like to go up to her and kind of like give her like the little, the good old fashioned arm clasp and cast some good old fashioned healing.
Nice.
Where's my? Where is my healing spirit? There it is.
How much?
I healed for 7, if that really matters.
For 7? Okay, yeah, no, it does. She's now up to 81.
Oh, I need a charger.
Okay. As the smoke begins to settle, there is an air of unease as Saltbrook looks over at you, Ethel, and from inside his breast pocket he pulls out the letter and he just sort of waves it about. And he says, "You didn't really expect me not to bring the posse with me, did you?"
I was hoping at least someone was competent enough to understand directions.
You're the ranger of the group. We just threw ourselves on the road and hoped that we would make it to Flint Rock. Also, why are you not in Flint Rock?
Something came up. She's like very like irritated, doesn't want to like have the conversation right now. She like walks up to like whatever may or may not be one of the griffin's heads lying on the ground. And like says
head,
small
yeah.
like okay. The model had several, so I was like,
I know,
"Eh,
I'm
whatever."
sorry. It was a chimera.
Accuracy.
You're right,
And
you're
says
right.
like a little Sylvan prayer for it.
Put inspiration on your page for me, please. As you're doing this, you can tell that Kirith is very she's not letting her guard down yet. 7. In front of you stands a red tiefling with white hair and this plate armor with blue details. She also carries this shield with what looks like a woman with snakes for hair and a long sword. And this sword has this flame, almost like a heated metal look to it, and it stays like that.
I will bow and say, Kirith, I have heard stories. And I will recognize this person. I know a guy.
Honestly,
Okay. Okay.
I mean, you also made Rod laugh, so no matter what you say, it's gonna
Yeah,
be
sketch.
completely accurate.
That is true. That is also the laugh rule. If a player's proposition makes the DM laugh, it can happen. Okay, sketch me the relationship between Sev and Kirith somehow.
So through the place where I was forged or made or how I came into existence.
Yeah.
We have a series of books, and the books aren't like from a library. These are people's like
Dossiers.
This is kind of like their exactly. And the sort of like people in the while we are children growing up in this program, they would tell us stories of like real life heroes and maybe not heroes, and like their rise and their falls and their things. And they tell us the story of this demon looking girl with white hair who encountered a lamia of some kind that turned her agile appearance into stone. Right. And she fought through the curse and blah 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 blah. And now she travels the lands doing XYZ. And it was my favorite story growing up.
Okay. Sounds good. You recognize her.
It had to do with monsters.
Right. You recognize her as one of the members of the Sentinels of Adun.
Sentinels of Adun.
She looks at you with like, okay. But do you want like an autograph, or I can do that.
I'm already holding up something. I don't even know what it is. It's covered in gore, and I just ask her to put her palm print on it.
Okay. She'll like crouch over to the gore and put her palm to the gore essentially, and then give you the paw print essentially, the hand print.
I will cheer. Sev will cheer, and he will hold it up into the sun so that it will bake into the sun.
Nice. Put inspiration on your page for that.
Gimnir at this point is like almost horizontal, and it's just like, so does anyone need like a health potion?
The idea of Gimnir just like slowly rotating in midair.
Get rotated, motherfucker.
He's been doing this entire time.
Just doing this.
He's eventually going to be upside down.
Oh my god.
Sev will acknowledge that he feels especially parched. My throat is dry from all of this screaming.
I throw him a water skin.
Without gamifying the situation, he coughs as he is in pain.
Gimnir reaches into his bag. I also rolled for this.
Oh.
I got a 9 on the dex save throw, so I'm just gonna have one of those potions fall out. So I now technically only have 6. Just for RP purposes, just because I think that's funnier.
Get rotated, fool. You're now upside down.
Yeah.
I will. Is it just 2d4? Are they just little potions?
Well, no. You take it as a full action, so you take full healing.
So it's 12. Okay.
Yep.
Is there anything like harvestable on this very, very destroyed griffin?
Roll nature for me.
Yes, sir. Oh shit, that's only a 7.
I might vomit up some of the parts that I ate when I was big.
You can keep it like an owl pellet.
No.
Ethel, you find a couple of feathers.
Okay, poggers. I take them.
Okay.
I like feathers. You know this. I collect feathers.
Oh, I know that you do that in real life, and I love it.
I really do. Don't tell the federal government. I walk.
It's illegal. Right?
Do you know that it's like technically illegal to pick up like bird feathers off the ground?
That's stupid.
It technically only counts for migratory bird species, but like it's so hard to tell. Anyways, Ethel's gonna walk up to the Thalion and kind of like grab him by his big old head, give him a pat, good old pat.
Okay.
But like seriously, like in Draconic, she tells him it's like, When you take a life, you harvest what you can, eat up, and and retrieve your strength.
As you say this, Ethel, he's looking through you at something.
Should I roll perception?
You can turn around.
Can I roll perception?
Okay.
It's cooler if I roll perception because I'm an elf.
All right, roll
I
perception.
have ears that hear things, and
Yeah,
I
what do
mean,
your elf eyes see?
What do your elf eyes see?
exactly. Yeah, you didn't know. Like, I can what's my elf I see?
Roll
I'm rolling it anyways. I don't care what you tell me.
Roll perception. That's fine.
Yeah, it's a 22, King.
There is someone behind you, Ethilden. Not close, but there is someone behind you.
Hey, DM, I have a 8-minute warning.
Thank you. 8 minutes.
I hated that. She turns around.
Ethel, as you turn around, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay. Ooh, that's an 11.
And make sure to add 3 to that.
Oh, then that's a 14.
Ethel, when you turn around, your eyes trail along the line of the horizon, essentially. And you see a figure. For a moment, your heart tells you Grimorian. But as you look further, you realize it's not him. Your heart flutters in a bad way. It's constricted. Because standing in front of you is the face you dreaded to see. Standing there, you see a large, very tall, I'm talking 7'2", 7'3", warforged woman. She wears this armor that is purple and silver. And her right hand is this blocky, bright, reflective metal red. And she stands there. And she speaks to you from far away. What have you done to my brother? And we will end it here for tonight.
Oh no. My heart is in my ass.
I mean, hey, you know, if Gimnir has a bad initiative, at least we know why.
He's still upside down.
I look down and I say, if this is your brother, I do not know. I got here just now.
Okay, now episode's over.
Yeah. Episode's done.
That was like a 3-second cutscene. Or a post-credit scene.
It's the DVD bonus.
Yeah.
All right. Jesus.
Jeez, you guys.
What
that was fun.
A good session. 7
Really fun time.
loved your combat strategy there. Absolutely phenomenal. Had so much fun with that.
Yeah, that was fun.
Gimnir and Ethel, thank you so much for those combos. Loving that. I encourage you all to try to come up with as many cool combos as you can.
We'll probably be hearing more from me.
Please do. And yeah, thank you so much, everyone. This was super fun.
Thank you to all of our viewers. Enjoyed having you here.
Also, Emily. Oh, okay. Take care, John. Thank you so much for being here, buddy.
Hi, John.
Thank you. Adios.
Adios.
Bye.
Emmy, just a heads up, Devin has joined the Discord. She's over in general chat if you want to go talk to her.
Oh, hell yeah. She was in here once, and I think she left.
Yeah, I think so too, yeah. Rowan, thank you so much, bud. Much appreciated for you being here. Emmy, as per usual, I love you more than life itself. Thank you for being here.
I love you too.
And, yeah.
remember, I will be absent next week, but I will do my best to make it the session after that.
Okay, I already have something planned to explain your absence.
Well, I got rotated too hard and sick. Tummy hurty.
Flying doesn't wear off.
Oof.
Gotta go.
He just flies up and
He's
doesn't
just ever
stop.
so slowly. He's just ever so slowly going up. It's like, guys, how do I turn it off? And Salt is just laughing in the background.
Like leonines have that same like nerve response as cats that they always have to try to lay on their feet or whatever. So he like cannot stop floating.
He's upside down, so he won't stop floating until he's not upside down.
Exactly.
All right.
Have you seen the video of the cats they took in like the zero gravity experience, and they were like, "What the fuck?"
Yes, absolutely. I do love those videos. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. Thank you to our lovely viewers. I'd like to thank 01 Ella, OX2, Ellis, Wydra, Club Storm, that's you, Gimnir, Drapsnat, John, thank you for giving that extra viewer, Kata, Roxazy, I hope I'm saying it right. Tess, thank you so much for your review, and Yek, thank you so much, everybody. I will see you all next time. Thank you.
And also Moral Flip, thanks for joining in, even though you're not here
Absolutely, anymore. Yes. Moral Flip, thank you so much for being here earlier. And yeah. Goodbye, everybody.